My goodness gracious me. I am so full. It's been an incredible evening. I'm here in London. I'm feeling every single one of us here who shared their voice and those who've just participated your presence to this grand occasion. I feel you. I love you. I'm really grateful to be here. And Helena, mwah, congratulations, my love. I know how much this has cost you in terms of birthing this book and in terms of bringing this event together. I salute you. It's been incredible already, and this is just the beginning. Now, I've read this book and I've known Helena for some years. And everybody, let me tell you, Helena is the real deal, in case you were wondering. And when I saw the running order for tonight, I realized that the wonderful women that she was bringing to be part of this, you guys will be just as full as I'm feeling right now. So I asked myself, what would I be saying to you that hasn't already been said? And it's my practice to approach these events prayerfully. And after a lot of contemplation, I realized that in the next few minutes, in the next sort of 5 or so minutes, I really want to share with you 3 things. The first one is a principle, a principle. The second one is a prophecy, a prophecy. And the third one is a plea. So let's just jump right in because time is short. I want to share with you this principle. Now, a principle is a basic truth. It's a rule, it's a belief, it's a fundamental truth upon which you can build, you can trust, you can rely on. A principle is something that is true no matter which way you look at it, no matter which way up, whatever day of the week you look at it, it's still the same. Just like gravity is a principle, right? And this principle that I want to share with you today is called the power principle. And it is simply this: you are powerful. You are powerful. It's a principle. I was a midwife. I think you mentioned that in my bio, Deborah, that I was a midwife for a very long time. And I learned how to be alongside women in one of the most perhaps womanly acts of all, delivering babies, being pregnant and bringing new life into the world. And that's where I got to see her. Women in their power. I call it womanity. And I really got to see how, even though my clients and the women that I was working with were from all sorts of different backgrounds, they were Black, they were white, they were rich, they were poor, there was everything in between, all kinds of creeds, all kinds of colors, all kinds of women. And even though their situations were diverse too, so some people were going through really great experiences in pregnancies, other women were going through really challenging times in pregnancies. Women were just dealing with life, the kind of life that we're all dealing with here, right? They were dealing with all kinds of things. And yet there was this essence about her, especially when it came time to giving birth, especially when it came time to releasing what she was carrying and bringing it forth into the world. I saw this raw, naked, unmasked power. I got to see that a woman in her power, a woman who's not trying to contrive and contort herself to fit anybody else's expectations, but she was focused on bringing forth what she had within her. I got to see how deeply wise this woman is. I got to see how she can take what's happening on the outside, bring it into her, and transmute it into fuel to do hard things. I got to see her ability to know things that weren't even knowable. I got to see the sheer grit that she had, the endurance for the sake of love. She could do incredible things for love. Her beauty, I got to see it shining so uncontrived, so natural, so beautiful. I got to see her selfless, indomitable nature and her instinct to do whatever needed to be done to protect her family and to take a stand for what she believed in. I got to see this. I got to see and understand that this is womanity. And yes, it's a principle. You can take this to the bank. You are powerful. And as you read this book, as you read Take Your Turn, you're going to start to come into the understanding that this principle applies to you, that no matter what your life and your leadership looks like right now, no matter what people think of you right now, no matter what you're going through, no matter how much money's in the bank, no matter who's acknowledging you and who's not acknowledging you, are powerful. The power of your design as a woman is a sure foundation upon which you can take your turn and change our world. You don't need to be given any more power. You are power. You don't need an endowment. You don't need a handout of power. You need to place a demand on the power that you are. And as you read this book, I want you to be asking yourself, what is this power for? It's time to take your turn. The second thing I want to share with you is a prophecy. Now, on my own power path and my leadership journey, I've discovered that I have a prophetic gift. I'm a seer. My power is activated as I lean into my natural and my spiritual gifts. Similarly, you will find the same too, that as you lean into your gifts, your power will be activated. So one of the ways that I receive messages that activate my clients and propel them into their power is through prophetic dreams. And I want to share one of those dreams with you right now. So I was walking along a windy road in this dream, and I was accompanied by a presence. I like to think of it as God. You might have other ideas. It might have been an angel, I'm not sure, but I felt a presence walking along with me, and I knew that this was a leadership path. We came across a desk in the middle of the road, and I was urged to sit down on this desk. It had a job application form on it, and it was a very big, thick application form, like volumes, like a book. And I turned to the presence and I said, "What is this?" And he told me, "I want you to fill this job application in." As I picked up the pen and opened up the page to start writing my name, I noticed something. I noticed that the form was already filled in. I turned the page, I turned the other page, all the questions were already filled in. I turned again, I saw the excitement on this face that's saying, yes, it's already done. It's already filled in. The job is yours. I said, what job is it? He said, mothers, wives, and queens. Not just mothers in the home, but mothers that will birth out a whole new generation of leadership and of leaders. They will raise up a standard for interpersonal relationships. They will be on the front line in the corporate world and in the home world and in the community world, noticing the needs of the people in the highways and the byways. They will be the ones that will nurture, they will breastfeed, they will feed, they will nourish, they will look after the needs of the people. They are the caretakers. Wives, strategic corporate partners, the intercessors, the middle managers, the ones who stand in the gap between the people and the leadership, the ones who make the critical contributions to the policy shaping and the culture shaping. They are the advisors. The queens, the highest levels of authority, the highest levels of responsibility. These queens joined the king. Her voice carries weight in the corridors of power. She rules, she makes decrees. She decrees a thing and it becomes established. She has authority and she has responsibility. The buck stops with her. I received the prophecy in the dream. Where are the mothers? Where are the wives? Where are the queens? The people are crying. The people are dying. The people are suffering, and humanity is critical in this hour. These are the roles that they've been undermined and they've been misunderstood, even by women ourselves. It is not good for the masculine to be alone. Pay attention, womanity. It's time. It's time for you to rise up. It's time for you to take your place. The world is groaning and moaning for your positioning and your power. But we must prepare to do this work. We must prepare to own our authority, to step back into the power, to reclaim our true voice. And that is what this book is about. That is what this book is about. So my third thing is a plea. Please, please take this book seriously. A plea is a request that's made in an emotional and an urgent manner. And I want to let you know that I am emotional right now. This is an urgent request to buy the book, to take the book seriously, to take this call, the call on your life, to be a difference maker, a catalyst for change. Whether you're joining me in the corporate world or you're making a difference in your own home or in your community, it's your turn. It's your turn. Take this personally. It's your turn.